You ever think one mistake could change your life forever? Not just your life, but your family's future, your father's trust, and the way you see yourself when you look in the mirror. That's what happened to me. And to this day, I still don't know whether what unfolded was fate, or a disaster we created with our own hands. My name is Ethan Parker. I had just turned 22 that summer, coming back home from college in Boston. My father, Richard, was a successful businessman, always traveling, always buried in meetings, more present in his phone than in his own house. And then there was Melissa, my stepmother. She was young, just 32, beautiful, with that polished kind of elegance that made everyone turn their heads at family gatherings. But here's the thing, she always seemed distant. Too perfect, too practiced. Like she was playing a role she never truly believed in. Smiling for pictures, making polite small talk, cooking the kind of dinners that belonged in magazines. But behind her eyes, there was loneliness. I didn't see it at first. I didn't want to. At first, we barely spoke. Just the usual, how were your classes? Do you want more coffee? That sort of thing. But slowly, something shifted. I started noticing the details, the way she laughed a little too long at my dumb jokes, the way her hand brushed against her necklace when she got nervous, how her eyes lingered on me for a second too long before looking away. And I'd be lying if I said I didn't notice her. She wasn't just beautiful. She was magnetic. The kind of woman who could draw you in without even trying. But she was my father's wife. My stepmother. Off limits in every possible way. Still, the distance between us shrank. One evening, I found her sitting at the kitchen counter, staring at an untouched glass of wine. She sighed and said, "Sometimes I forget what it feels like to have a real conversation. Your father, he's always somewhere else." I didn't know what to say. But I knew she wasn't lying. My dad had treated her more like a trophy than a partner. And maybe, in that silence, something passed between us. Not attraction, not at first, but understanding. Recognition. Two people orbiting around the same absent man. Then came the weekend that changed everything. My father left for another trip, this time to Chicago. Just me and Melissa in that big, quiet house. Friday night, she opened a bottle of wine. "Want some?" she asked, tilting the bottle toward me with a soft smile. I hesitated. She was my stepmother, and drinking with her felt dangerous. But I nodded. One glass turned into two. Two turned into three. And the conversation, God, it got deep. She told me about the life she had dreamed of before marrying my dad. Traveling the world, painting, working in art galleries, freedom. Then she said softly, "It's not that I don't care about him. But I don't know if I was ever really in love with him." The alcohol made me braver than I should have been. I admitted how I resented my father, how I felt like a stranger in my own home, like everything in his world mattered more than me. Melissa's eyes softened. She moved a little closer. Not much, but enough for her thigh to brush against mine. My heart raced. My mind screamed at me to get up, to walk away, but I couldn't move. That night blurred into fragments. Laughter. Her hand brushing mine. The warmth of her breath. Then darkness. I woke the next morning with a pounding headache and dread crashing down on me like a wave. My shirt was gone. The blanket barely covered me. Melissa lay beside me, her bare shoulder catching the morning light. My stomach dropped. I tried to piece it together, but all I could remember was wine, touches, and then nothing but heat and blur. Quietly, I gathered my clothes. Melissa stirred, her eyes opening. When she saw me, something flickered across her face, shock, regret, maybe both. "We can't talk about this," she whispered, her voice sharp, almost trembling. "Ever. It was a mistake." That word, mistake, hit me like a blade. But what else could it be? I nodded, though inside I was screaming. I left the room, carrying a weight I couldn't put down. Days passed. Then weeks. Whenever I saw her, silence stretched between us like a wall. She avoided my eyes. I told myself it was a one-time thing, that it didn't mean anything. But I couldn't forget. And then Melissa started acting strange. She looked pale, tired. She disappeared into the bathroom for long stretches, Her eyes rimmed red when she came out. I noticed the way her hand rested on her stomach when she thought no one was watching. Then came the moment that shattered me. One morning, I reached for a glass in the kitchen and saw it in the trash. A white box. A pregnancy test. Positive. My heart stopped. My hands shook as I pulled it out of the trash, staring at it like it couldn't be real. But it was. Melissa walked in and froze when she saw me holding it. Her lips parted, her face pale as paper. "Ethan," she whispered. "You weren't supposed to see that." I could barely breathe. "Is it?" She nodded. Her eyes filled with tears. "Your father and I, we haven't been together in weeks." The room spun. My chest caved in. The implication was clear. The baby wasn't my father's. It was mine. Melissa looked terrified. "I don't know what to do," she whispered. "If I keep it, we're tied together forever. But if I don't," her voice broke. "Either way, this could destroy everything." I couldn't speak. Telling my father would shatter him. Hiding it would kill us slowly. "Are you keeping it?" I finally managed to ask. Her eyes dropped. "I don't know. Maybe you should leave. Go back to school early. Get away from this, from me." Her words cut deep, like she was pushing me away to save me, but also to protect herself. I nodded, unable to argue. I packed my bags and left. But as I closed the door behind me, I knew one thing for certain: no matter how far I went, the truth would always follow me. Because secrets like that, they don't stay buried. Not forever.